Hi, this is Jerry Bickle. I just want to comment on our parts inventory. We have a huge inventory of parts ready to ship every day, next day, however you want it. And our motto around here is, he who's got the parts wins.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third annual World Series of Pro Mod, brought to you by Drag Illustrated, Cure One, and many, many others. I'm going to tell you what, I'm Al Tucci, and it's been an incredible day so far. Friday's testing was incredible. None of the guys had their times on the boards. They went out there, they put everything down, laid down the gauntlet to come here on Saturday to win $100,000. That's right, $100,000. You don't hear that much in drag racing anymore, but it's going to happen here on Saturday. They're going to pick their names and their numbers out of the bags for lane choice and where they and who they shall run in this first outing coming up. Stay tuned. You don't want to go anywhere. Competition Plus is going to bring it all to you right here from the mountain, the Thunder Mountain, Pro Mod, World Series of Pro Mod, $100,000 this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Wes Buck, Drag Illustrated, and all the participating sponsors, we are ready. Round number one of the World Series of Pro Mod coming your way. Everybody, get on the edge of your seat. It's about to happen. Turbocharged, supercharged. And we have got a turbocharged matchup in round number one from the state of Florida all the way to the neighboring state of this track of New Mexico. Here we go. That's going to be Mike LeBate out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. The 68 Pontiac Firebird backing up into the hot rubber, laid down in the burnout. Man, Horde and Company, the story, it goes back to last year. If you were here watching as a spectator, you'll remember this car running the number faster than many of the cars here that week. And then, kaboom, the engine went away. Rods in the oil pan, not able to make it to the next call in the semis. And he gave it to some other guy that represented the engine building company that he utilizes, and that being the Jim Bell Motorsports Company. And what a way to talk about the story. Last year he blows up. This year, Stevens blows up Bell's car and borrows a motor from this man, Mr. Horde, right here. So get ready. This is going to be a good one. The guy said he's brand new. Mike LeBate said, hey, you got to watch out. I'm a rookie at this deal. And he's picking on one of the biggest and baddest names in Pro Mod right now. Rick Horde, Belle Isles, Florida. His crew looking over the car one time. Look at that. No crew members over there on the left. They said, we're ready. Into the headset for Mike LeBate. Now they'll roll in. They're into the pre-staging beams. The RPMs are going to come up. The boost is being built right now. Get ready, fans. Pro Modified, the World Series starting off. Oh, no! Look at a rookie! I cannot believe my eyes, Willie! Can he? No! I thought it was going to be the biggest upset in drag racing. That man, Rick Horde, shook the tires hard enough to knock every gold filling out of his mouth. And Mike LeBate, somehow, someway, did not get the power he needed to prevail. Here's the burnouts. Hats are flying. Wow! Look at the Chevrolet going across the line on the burnout. Big, bad, beautiful smile. Look at the marks. They go to the red. Unreal. The stress, the nerves for Terry Haddock. He said, hey, if I'm going to learn to drive a Pro Mod, I'm going to learn here this weekend. Well, that's what he's doing. Man, he went in there on a par 3 hit and got himself 8 strikes. Terry Haddock out of Temple, Texas, in the right side. Doug Winters, legend. Dairy Doug Winters, back in the Hooters cars back in the day. Terry going red. It's going to be Doug Winters making a summer for it all right here. He'll be going down to 6.01 elapsed time. How about 231 miles per hour? Terry Haddock, the nerves get to you. They have to. He left before the tree was activated, so Haddock doesn't even get a time. But I'll tell you what, I guarantee you he got the thrill of his life right here this weekend with the World Series of Pro Mod. $100,000 to win this event. Right here, 2 of California's finest in Pro Mod turbo racing coming to the line. And Daryl Hubbard's beautiful one-time late Joe Lapone racing this car in the left lane and teaching this man how to win championships. Here comes another kid who got in the seat of it after Joe. Ed Thornton, who has many championships in the state of California, from NMCA to the West Coast Pro Mods. I mean, this guy's been all around, but the man in the right lane, that's him. Racer Wife's young guy, and I'm telling you, he is made of power right here. Joe O down there tuning it up. Dave Bowles and all the guys down there to make it happen. There's the light down there. Good race. Thornton's got problems. Still Stanley's got problems. He straightens it out now. Rick Stanley with a big win. What a drag race, fans. Did you see that? They were shaking the tires, baking the steering wheel, winking their eyes. When he opened it, he was the prince in the right lane. 6:14 and over 238 miles per hour. Ed Thornton's day comes to an end, but I guarantee you they got the sweetest corn in the pits right now with Daryl Hubbard. This is unreal. When you get a race to start out this way, and everybody's got the stress factor going, and the nerves going, it is just incredible. They ran so strong last night, now they sound like they may not want to run. Dave Walters down here out of Brighton, Colorado. The car that races usually on 10.5 tires. He said, I'm putting a big tire on. We're going to the World Series of Pro Mod. He got the invitation. Light it up! Oh, it didn't look that good on that light up right there. Hopefully everything's A-okay. In the left side, brand new engine. Just put in last night. They've been working all morning to get it going. Carl Stevens, Jr., doing the driving. Is everything A-okay? They're looking at things down there. Yes, it's got to be. Jim Bell down there, car owner, giving fresh air to his driver in the left lane. Seen so many bizarre things happen already at the start of this race. I wouldn't be afraid to say Walters is going to be there for the picking. We'll see. Dave Walters now goes into the lights. RPMs will come up. The turbo being boosted over there on the left side. Twin turbos to be exact. Extreme out of New Jersey. Lights are down. Carl Stevens doesn't the guy. He's on a rail. Look at Stevens. He'll be the first to it. Will he get it? No. 6:05. But then he's going to go 5:92.14. And Dave Walters on and off the throttle, and you could hear it when they started that car under the tower. There was something wrong. This is California versus from Evans, Georgia. From Evans, Georgia, the young man who's done so much for the sport of drag racing. From small tires, I say it all the time. He came out in small tires, drag radial versus the world, grudge racing. Now NHRA, pro modified. He's got a U.S. championship at the U.S. Nationals. He's got Billy Stockland tuning his deal. He is one of the baddest in the land when it comes to this style of drag racing with doors. Ladies and gentlemen, Stevie Jackson will be in the right side. The most he's ever acquired here at this event is the burnout contest. Not here today. Oaksis from California. Castic, California, trying to get a win here. Scott Oaksis and his Rick Jones built Ford Mustang. Brad Anderson powered. He bought up all Stevens stuff. If you remember Stevens down there in Pro Mod, he bought all his motors, bought everything. Oh, and Stevie Jackson goes red on the starting line. Ladies and gentlemen, 0-2-0 red. And the first 5-second run at 5:93 is a red light start. Unbelievable. 6:07 at 2:42. Look at a mile per hour difference there. That is the biggest upset of the weekend right there. Stevie Jackson finds a red bulb, an 020 red. Man, you can't win it on the red side. A 5:93. And all we've seen is a hand of sixes right here. And right now it's time to see Satterfield and the Roofing Supply House. Chevrolet Camaro do its job. Keep your eye on the car in the right lane. Out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, they have an XRE 526 cubic inch twin turbocharged entry. And a buy run. They picked number one. I may as well tell the story. When they were out there, they went gambling a couple of weeks ago. Satterfield said to Bob, hey, let's do some gambling. They won $2,000. Bob said, I never gamble. I never win. They came to pick the chip out of the bag from West Buck. And Satterfield said, you pick it. You're lucky. He goes, what number do you want? Bob says to Satterfield, I want number one. What did he pick? Number one. They get the buy run here in the beginning. So talking to his driver down there, Satterfield just getting the track to himself right here in a single pass. Will advance to round number 2. Not sounding good. He'll have to get it and abort that run right there. That thing sounded good for a split second. Then it sounded like it had a fuel issue. I'm not sure, but Roof Systems and the guys down there will have to get to the pits down there. Blower Bob will have his work cut out for him. Ladies and gentlemen, that's round number 1. Don't go anywhere. And the Competition Plus fans, hang on to your seats. Round 2's right around the corner. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up in the 69 Chevrolet Chevelle, Doug Winters out of Kernersville, North Carolina, will be in the left lane. Short, calm, didn't beat up on the motor burnout right there. Winters just put a little heat into the tire, and now it's time to back that monster up. And who was supposed to be in? Where's Carl Stevens? Carl Stevens and Jim Bell not making the call? You got a bye into the final right here for Doug Winters. You're sitting at home watching this. Doug Winters, first time ever on the mountain, going down on a single pass. It don't matter. Sounded like he even shut it off early to save parts. He just wanted 8th mile. I can tell you what he ran in the 8th mile. He went 3.93 seconds in the 8th of a mile. That's all he needs to know what she'll do out the stripe there to the top of the hill. The next two that come up, it's going to be Rick Hord. Rick Hord out of Belle Isle, Florida, will be in the left lane. That Chevrolet Corvette that we said should have won last year. Had the rods go out of it. He's over there on the left side now, coming out of the water box area. He's got himself Clint Satterfield, the man who started out the afternoon with a bye run. The Turbo Pig now waiting. They'll go to the top lights. Here we go. JB Roof Systems. Hord goes in. Lights are ready to come down. They're building the boost. Hord's fully in. Here comes Satterfield. He's into the lights. They're down. Man, oh, Satterfield gets her sideways. Has to get out of it. Hord with a hard charge. How about 592 at 233 miles per hour? Man, there is the guy to beat right now. Rick Hord, 592. Look at the 8th of a mile, 3.90 seconds. Man, if you're out in your local Chevy dealer, you might want to pick yourself up a black Chevrolet Corvette. Rooting him on. Now it's time to go to work. Oaks is into the pre-staging beam. Rick Snavely goes into the pre-staging beam. Now you're going to hear the boost coming up here as they roll to the line. Keep your eye on the left side. Oaks is last man to get in. Lights are down. Green light start. Man, you got a good one, the Ols. Look at that. Oaks is he got him by a bumper, maybe? Yes, he does. The big man takes it for the all-you-can-eat Pancake Fest out of Castaic, California. How about 586 at 247? Fastest run of the weekend right there. We got them on the boards. Ladies and gentlemen, round 3, the World Series of Pro Mod. It is something that you want to wait around for. All I can tell you, someone is going home with $100,000 here in just a little while. The World Series of Pro Mod again, and look at this. A single pass for Doug Winters. So Doug Winters breaks the beams. He'll go to the final. First time ever. This is phenomenal. Chevy versus Ford. Twin turbocharged. Cars sitting out there. Oxus goes down with a good burnout. Here comes Rick Hord lighting up the sky. Chevrolet Corvette gets a little crooked as he lets off the pedal. Who is going to take on the Chevrolet Chevelle? Doug Winters. Winters doesn't even care. He's heading back. He says, I got this thing. He ain't going to watch. He can go back there and get it tuned up. The turbocharged entries. Now, I don't even know. I got one guy sitting up here from Competition Plus that said when his kid went out in the Camaro, he goes, I know who's my second hit. And he's sitting out there right now. So the black Chevrolet Corvette of Rick Hord, who should have been last year, at least going to a final. I'm telling you, that car was running on a rail until it had some catastrophic failure, and the rods went out in it, and it just disintegrated. Well, you see the world champ of this deal opening the door, giving him fresh air? That's Carl Stevens Jr. That's the kid who went up there, put his motor that he had built as a spare for this Corvette in Jim Bell's car. Well, they may have had problems after that round. They never came back and gave away another round to another one of these Pro Mods, which you don't like to do. but they would love for their company. It will be just as much as a win for him driving Jim Bell's car if this car wins this deal for Extreme. The guys out of New Jersey. Here we go. Get ready. Ford, Chevy, Oxis, and Horn. Oh, Horn's done. He crossed the center line. Oxis going to a final. Scott Oxis, ecstatic in California, man. They are doing it like the Beach Boys in a groove, and they ain't staying in their room. These guys are coming to a final. Ford versus Chevrolet. And did you see the number 587, 247 miles per hour? Man, what a move there for Scotty O. Come on, Colorado, make some noise! It is going to happen. Doug Winters, Kernersville, North Carolina, representing the Chevelle, 55-year-old electrical engineer. His Hemi with 526 cubic inches of supercharged power under the hood. Bandit Big Rig Series sponsor. Winters Racing LLC. This man, like they said, has the great sponsorships. He knows how to get them tagged on the side of that car. Now, can he win the biggest race of his life? The biggest race the first time he's ever been here. And to be in the final, that alone is just incredible. Scott Oxis, again, he is in the biggest race of his life. He's run many times down the Vegas Strip, down Bakersfield, and all over the state of California. Now it's time to do it right here where it means everything. He told me a year ago, he goes, I'm going to that race. I'm getting my Rick Jones car. He bought up the Stevenson engine plant down there in Illinois, got all of Stevens' big, bad to the bone Brad Anderson power plants, 525 cubic inches of them. If you're a Ford fan, you're going to be with the California. He came in at number 10. If you're with Doug Winters, you're in North Carolina, you're going to be with the number 8 guy, picking the beer cans in his 526 cubic inch supercharged Hemi. Hailing in the right side of the racetrack. If Winters is to win this deal, he is going to have the run of his life. There's the burnout. There is Scott Oxis down there. Castatic, California-based Ford Mustang out of the Rick Jones deal. Winters with a short one. Sassy just puts enough heat right there on the starting pad for himself. Get ready, fans. On your feet. We're going to rock and roll for $100,000. The World Series of Pro Mod. Backing up in the hot rubber, they laid down on the burnout. Ford versus Chevy. What can you say? Brand new name, going to win this year. Brand new team. Brand new cars. And this is just flat out what drag racing was built around. New names being built into the sport. Yeah, we had the big names. You had Stevie Jackson. Thank you for him. The NHRA points holder coming up and making his big debut. Bobby Bennett. Yeah, Bobby Bennett. And you know what? Thank you to him. He went out there in the red light haunted his 593, and he'll be thinking about this run right here, watching the numbers. They'll go down in the Bandit Truck Series, sponsored Chevrolet Chevelle. Give him some fresh air. We're going to the lights. Get ready as they pull Oxis into the beams, into the far lane. He's the first man to the voyage of going to this dance. Winters now, ever so gently. He goes right in, double bulbs him. What a deal. He's in twice. I don't even know if his guy gets away from the wheelie bar. Oxis is in, lights it down. Beautiful lead. Look at Oxis. Look at Winters. He's going for it. Can he? Man, what a drag race. 588, 247 miles per hour. Ladies and gentlemen, your World Series of Pro Modified champion is going to be the one and only Scott Oxis out of California. Make some noise, Colorado! Look at the numbers. I'm going to show you the numbers. Reaction times were identical, 0.53s. A .983 for the twin turbocharged Ford. A .961 for the supercharged Chevrolet. They got the 330 almost identical. I mean, Winters had him at the 330, and then in that 8th mile, things started to change by 1/10 of a second or better. The mile per hours were changing by over 10. It was incredible, down to the stripe at 588.2, 247. On behalf of each and every one of you, come to the winner's circle, please. Each and every one of you celebrate the Drag Illustrated World Series, a Pro Mod, and Scott Oaksis, your $100,000 winner. I want to thank Competition Plus, Bobby Bennett, and everybody that makes it happen here each and every year for making a long trip. I'm Al Tucci. On behalf of everyone that came to this race, you don't have to go fast on your way home. Come back out here to Bandimere and enjoy fast driving.
Hey, Scott.
Yeah.
You just won $100,000.
I don't even know what to say. All I can say is, yes! Yes, finally! Woo! I'm so stoked, man. I can't even tell you. Wes Buck, the whole crew here at Denver, these guys are awesome, man. I'm so stoked. I don't have any words. I can't even believe it. I'm on cloud nine right now.
So, that was a pretty close race for the first half of the track.
Oh, yeah, I saw him right next to me. Oh, yeah, I saw him right next to me. We left. We had both identical reaction times. I saw him right next to me, and I said, come on, Turbo Power, let's go, baby. And it did its job. It was a bracket car tonight, and it worked out really well. I'm really happy.
How'd you keep from getting shook up when he went in and put both lights on?
You know, man, I'll tell you, I was so nervous today when I had to race Stevie Fast Jackson. I got all my nerves out of me at that point in time because I said I got to race the Pro Mod NHRA points champion. After that, I was good. I've been pretty mellow. I've just been sticking to my routine, and my guys are doing their job. They're doing everything on the car, and I was just sitting in the trailer, hanging out, and I've been double bulbed a lot on the West Coast, so I'm pretty used to it, so no big deal.
So what you going to do with $100,000?
Oh, I'm going to Vegas first. That's the first thing I'm doing, and then the second thing I'm doing is it's going back into the bank account for all the parts I've been buying lately. So that's what it's doing. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, man. What a great night. I can't even get my stuff on.